Good evening, girls, gays, and gooners! It's your host, the most exotic of lizard boys. And today we got episode 8 of ADHDCRAFT, baby. Today we're gonna finish this house. Let's go!
When we do landscaping, we're lighting everything, dude. Nothing, no more mobs in my house, on my property, get off my f***ing lawn. None of it. I ain't having it. Oh, wow. Oh, I'm fighting it off, bro. It's deep inside of me, bro. What did I do to deserve this? The disrespect is not even palpable, bro. Like, my soul feels degraded. I feel like I'm about to turn into a Sith. I'm gonna f*** everybody up. Every single one of them.
And not just the men, but the women. And the children, too.
Oh, I'm losing it, bro. I'm losing it. I'm like, my blood is boiling. That made me so mad. Now we're gonna see if this looks dumb as hell. Okay, I have a feeling it's gonna look stupid. I have a feeling, yeah, it looks kind of fucking stupid. A little bit. I kind of fucking hate it. Okay, round 4 on this roof. Okay, all right. My camel is getting laps in. You can kind of see his little foot right there. Look at him go. They got like good AI. Like if they like see you around, then they kind of come to you and sit down. It's really cute. Trying to think about that camel instead of the creeper that just blew me up. Taking my mind to a happy place. Oh yeah. Also, I have this panda. He's in a boat. You can't see the boat right now. It's like the entity is too far away, but he's hanging out over there. There was a cow in there too. I wonder if the cow okay. I kind of wanted that cow. He was kind of cool, like old Bessie or something. I'm so sad. The roof looks so nice before it burned down twice. Before the fire, everything was right. Getting tired of building this roof. I'm getting tired of building this roof. Maybe that looks kind of cool later. Okay. Well, regardless, I'm going to start detailing all of this stuff, giving it texture. Right now, it's just all flats, right? It's going to get textures like this. Everything's going to get gradients and textures all over the house. It's going to take forever again. Now that I've occupied my time with everything I was not supposed to, all of the wheat has grown. Look at that. Look at all that wheat. Ready for the satisfaction. Let's bing bong. Oh yeah, watch her fucking, oh yeah. Oh yeah. Look at it all. Minimal loss too. 3 seeds and 1 wheat. Yeah, we can deal with that. I'm just going to deal with whatever amount of wheat we get off of this run. And that's how much packed mud that we get to play around with, because it's taking too much time. A lot of waiting. Lot of waiting. This is so sad. We're doing all right. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Yo! Tell him to go. Wait. Whoa, I didn't realize I could scroll and zoom in even farther. What? That's sick. I've been missing out this whole time. Okay, here we go. They're killing each other. Don't you dare shoot my panda or my cow. Dishonor on your family. Dishonor on your cow. Oh, they're slamming me. They're killing each other more than they're hitting me. And I'll take that for the wall. We gotta get a name tag on you. You're my little dude. Old Betsy. All right. So there's 1 stack. This is the amount of mud brick stuff we have. And that's just what we're gonna have to live with. All right, here we go.
So texturing in Minecraft is very cool and very important. It makes your builds look more 3-dimensional. It makes it look more cool. It makes you look like you know what you're doing. You just can't go wrong. So what I'm kind of going for is a gradient. So from the grass all the way to the top, we're going from moss stone brick, mossy cobblestone on my little foundation here. I mean, also on the foundation of my house. It just kind of adds like a kind of sophisticated kind of air, you know, a more like natural thing. When you just build out of one block, it just shows how much of a noob you are. Don't build out of one block. People are going to think you're bad. Let me show you how to get good. The best way to do this is to find a bunch of blocks that are the same color, or if you're going from one color to another, find two colors and ones that are all the same kind of color or similar colors, and then some colors that are like halfway in between, right? So like if you're going from dark brown to a light brown, you're gonna get some dark browns, some medium browns, and some light browns, like I just did right there. Then when you're placing them into the build that you're building, you're placing them in lumetric order. So from like the darkest ones to the lightest ones to the lighter ones, you're placing them randomly, but only letting the ones that are the same color on each side touch each other, basically. You can deviate from that a little bit and you can like add more texture by doing so. But basically, if you want a gradient that's really nice, you're just gonna go from dark to light and do it in a way that doesn't feel like it's really robotic. And I do this with all of my builds now. Even in like the sides right here, you'll see that I'm going from like a stripped oak to an oak plank to a birch plank up to a sandstone to smooth sandstone and regular sand. And those textures are just so fun to look at, especially from afar. The closer you get, like the more that you realize that the textures like kind of have hard edges and like don't meet. But if you stand back a little bit and look at them like how we are right now in this time lapse, it makes such a smooth transition and it's so textural and fun. What you want to stay away from are blocks that have a lot of different color variation. I see people doing it all the time and like they do it really well, but you have to have a bigger build certainly, and you definitely can't be that close to it. Like I've seen people use deep slate emeralds in builds that are like dark and green. But if you like get up to like one of those things, it looks so weird. And I don't like it when you have like a firm understanding of how a block works in like context, like furnaces or like any of like the really the entity blocks. I feel like they don't make very good building blocks because you do associate them with something already. Having like natural blocks, even the ones that are textured like the mud brick and the stone bricks, you can still kind of feel how they're just like textures and colors. But when they have like functions, I guess I'm being kind of a hypocrite. I have barrels in this build, but like I feel like I did end up taking a lot of those barrels out because you kind of have this feeling of that is a barrel right there and it doesn't belong. But everything has a function. And if everything in your build does have a function and it feels cohesive, you're gonna have a good build. The function of this next little bit right here was to make me feel like I was in Gatlinburg, Tennessee as a child going to this random restaurant where there was goats on the roof. There was like grass and moss and goats on the roof. And I love how this is coming back in contemporary Minecraft builds. Having moss on the roof is a vibe. I might just go off to a mountain and grab some goats that are gonna have to just like live captively on my roof for nostalgia's sake. I don't even care if that's unethical. You can call PETA, get them over here and I'll tell them to stop killing cats. And we can get in our mech suits and duel it out like it's Evangelion. I swear to God, let's fucking go, dude. I am ready to get down and dirty in the mech suit with PETA. I swear to God, send them.
Boom, I am zoomed. What's up? I got the Kitlins on, a little closer in on my face. Hello, hi. So we got lots of textures on the crib, which is very cool and very nice, and it's looking very good. What is up next is landscaping. We're gonna take these trees and make them cool custom trees instead of boring Minecraft trees. Likely, if you were here for two reasons. You want to see me be fucking crazy, or you like the way I build trees. And if you are here for the second thing, I'm gonna throw you a bone. You better catch it. I'm gonna yeet. It's in the air. But I'm gonna walk through how I build trees in survival. I'm just gonna do one. If you want to see more of me building trees in survival or how I do it in general, you can subscribe to my Patreon. Once a month I do a live stream and you can request that I build whatever you want and see what is good. We're gonna start with this one. I think it's cool to mark where I want to build at least these like spruce trees with a Minecraft spruce tree. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to tear it down and use most of the materials to rebuild it. All right, every good tree starts with a good stump. Hi, Beans. Every good tree starts with a good stump. Got to make sure your stump is stungling. I like to make all my wood into wood instead of logs, especially when it comes to the trunk. I like to feel out my organic shapes. I don't want to think about it too much. I don't want to make anything really symmetrical. I want to make sure that everything that I'm doing kind of has its own shape to it, that it's not following any sort of like formula really, which I guess in itself kind of is a formula. You got to make sure you have lots of variation too. Trees do not look very, formulaic in nature. What you really want to do is get some reference as well. Get on Pinterest and type in trees and see what you get. That's the same advice I would give anybody that's trying to draw anything as well. The reason that your drawing looks terrible when you're drawing it from memory is because you forget all the details and stuff that it's in whatever you're trying to draw. Everything is made out of shapes, and your drawing is going to look real bad if you just make what you think a thing is shaped like, because it's not shaped like that unless you have a really good memory. But you'll get better at shapes the more you make them, and you'll get real good at pulling something out of nothing if you continue to make stuff. So the center of a pine tree is like very like up and down and straight. Mine's going to be, have like a little bit of a curve to it.
That's what she said.
But you want that kind of a straight line up. And pine trees also, like, usually their bottom branches are going to be a little bit like dead and stuff. And as you go up a little bit more, then you'll have some like thicker kind of branches, and then, all the way up into your Christmas tree kind of point. So in Minecraft, we don't have branches, but we do have fences. So I'm going to take this jungle wood and pull out a couple of blocks, and then we can take a couple of fences, and these are just kind of like dead branches. Use your imagination. I don't really feel the need to like bring out a lot of branches on pine trees besides these like dead ones. If you look at the shape of a pine tree, it really kind of just feels like the kind of cotton candy cloud of like a oak tree or whatever, the whole way down. So like you don't really see very many branches that aren't covered in leaves, that are covered in leaves, other way around. You can kind of imply that the branch is all together by putting some leaves on the front of it. I didn't go up in the right spot. That looks weird, but it'll make sense here in a minute. Going to continue bringing up the trunk of the tree. And this is going to be pretty straight from here on up. Like, we're going to continue to take it out this way just a little bit. And obviously this is like gigantic in comparison to any real trees. But I guess so is this house. Cool. So we're going to do a little bit of strip stuff. We're going to put these down first. Boom. Gradients are super important. They make your builds look like they have shading, which is going to make your builds feel more real, more artistic, and involved. You don't want anything that's organic to be too straight. It's not going to look very good. So let's do that. Let's go up one more. And then I think we're going to use some stairs or some walls. And then on the top of our tree, we're going to use like lighter leaves and kind of ombre it down with a like gradient. And put one wall up here and then a couple fences. Yeah, that'll look cool. Going back down. It's important to step back from what you're working on and look at it. Like that doesn't look great. We can probably workshop the shape of this a little more. Maybe let's see it from a couple of different angles. Yeah, I don't like that very much right there. This gradient could be a little better. It's not long enough. This looks too formulaic. Let's go ahead and do something like that. Oh no, I fell. Okay, let's bring this up. Oh no, I fell. Okay, let's go up. Okay, let's bring this down a little bit. Now we can put some packed mud bricks in here. And maybe that'll look a little better and a little less robotic and rhythmic. Hopefully it has a nice shape to it. Always looking for good shapes. Oh, no. Okay, I like that a little bit more. I think we need to add some blocks right here. Yeah, it looks a little better. We're going to add some brick blocks over here, too. There we go. Yeah, we can do something like that. Okay, and now we're going to put a bunch of leaves on this thing. Scaffolding is your friend. In creative mode, you can just fly around and put stuff wherever you want to. But in survival, even if you have a Lytra, placing blocks, it's not what you want. You need to be able to stand and look at what you're doing. So I would recommend getting a bunch of scaffolding or use dirt if you're an uncivilized cow. If you want to be a menace to society, I won't stop you, I promise. All right, I think the best way to do this is kind of like go up at an angle and then just kind of bring the leaves to you like this. Kind of pull them down. It's gotta unlock the inner Bob Ross inside of your little Gooner skull. And I like the ends to feel kind of pointy. This is like not the very best place to explain this, but I'll just do it on the next one. I'm gonna bring them to you, and then I like to I'm thinking about this one when I did that, and just kind of get those out of the way, bring it back a little bit. You want to shape this kind of like that a little bit, and you're just gonna make a bunch of those all the way up. All right, I don't think it is tall enough, so we're gonna take off this bit and go up a little higher, but you just want to keep bringing out these branches in random directions so it doesn't look weird or awkward. And that'll give you a beautiful organic shape that feels like it's not silly and stupid and dumb. We're getting there. Right here is a little too formulaic. We got to break some of this up, make it feel like it's flowing down a little bit more. We're getting there. I like the angle from like here. This is it. This is what we wanted out of life. If you want me to do a video on how to do custom trees the way that I do them, let me know down in the comment section, or tune into my live streams on Patreon and we can do more of that. I'm gonna pick a couple of different tree types and do all of this right here and do some paths around the base and make everything look cool and fun and fancy. And then we gotta go because this one has been going on for far too long. All right, this is gonna be the last time lapse.
No, I can't lie to you. I can't lie to you, my boy. This is my bread and butter. This is what I be doing. I be building trees. I am halfway satisfied with how these trees turned out. These are not my best trees by any means. These are probably some of my best pine trees, I'm not gonna lie. And I do really, really love this willow tree that I'm building right here. I took a little bit of inspiration off of this Pinterest post that I saw. I definitely got the glowberries hanging down. I've never seen that on a willow tree, and it's very obvious and very good, and that's a great thing. The moss inside of the tree itself and then growing grass on top of it is definitely very reminiscent of our Lord and Savior Stan 616. Shout out to Stan 616, always making the craziest, coolest things I've ever seen in my life. But obviously we're in survival, so we can't put grass on top of things and force place things that are illegal. I don't love how that last tree turned out, and I end up just taking the leaves off of it, and it's kind of like a cool dead tree. It ends up pretty nice. I don't know, I might replace it with something in the future. Now we're gonna move on to placing some path blocks down. And when I was removing this carpet that I put down as like a blueprint, I found this skeleton horse that had been underneath my front door for a long time. And a creeper, hate creepers. Glad he didn't explode and kill my skeleton horse. But if you remember from a couple of episodes ago when I got, completely and totally scared out of my pants by a lightning bolt and some horses popping up, that's one of those. I do like this block palette that I came up with. It's path blocks, podzol, packed mud, and packed mud bricks, and some spruce planks here and again every now and so. It's good to have blocks in your path that also have slab variants. I always find it challenging when I have a slope and I have like stairs and like you want like a very specific incline, to get that like just the way you want it, because sometimes you do end up just having to use a lot of the same block to get that perfect gradient. I do think this path did turn out really well, and you can see right there that I opened up a little spot right there. So that's most of this is only 1 block thick. This grass is. Underneath there are these big holes on top of this mountain. The Caves and Cliffs update is really, really, really cool, but if you have noticed, there are just not a whole lot of flat areas. There's caves everywhere in this update, and to have a nice big flat area, you gotta flatten stuff out, and that led to an interesting problem, especially down here, because look at this. This is wild. Look at it. What in the world?
I couldn't tell you what's going on here, but there's a lot of Endermen, and they're very angry. This is a Riley Reid situation. My blood pressure just like fell through the floor. Holy, they're still mad at me. Oh no, I don't know what I did. What have I done? Oh, how are they still mad at me? Oh no, oh no, don't look at me. Don't look at me. Don't look at me. No, no, don't look at me. Okay. Maybe if I'm just really quiet. I'm so scared. Okay, yeah, fuck with me now, you little bitches. Yeah, fuck you. Oh, man. That was the craziest thing I think I've ever seen. I've never seen that many Endermen just like in the overworld ready to fuck shit up. What in the world? Horrifying. Why? What is happening? Oh, no, they're back. Oh. Horrifying, dude. Absolutely horrifying. Oh, that's why this texture... I came down here and I was like, why does this terrain look so freaking weird? It's because all of these blocks were put here by Endermen. This was just like a normal kind of slope down into this abyss down here. All of this is Endermen. That's insane. Oh my god, there's still more of them. Yo, chill, bro. That's insane. That's wild, dude. They made their own biome in here, dude. That's insane. They're like, ugh, it's like an alien when they like slobber all over the floor and create their own environment. Y'all are gross. Y'all are gross little nasties. I don't appreciate you. Go away. Okay.
Wild times, very interesting. I thought that was pretty cool, even though I did die. Not as cool as this build, though. I am so happy with this build. I'm so happy to see what happens with this place in the future. I really am annoyed with the amount of creepers that are everywhere, but you'll see here in just a second that I do end up putting lights everywhere. I went around the entire perimeter of everything and put lanterns under moss carpets. Probably would have been smarter to get torches, but also I have a higher access to emeralds than I do coal, because I don't be mining that much. I hate mining. Mining is really annoying. Going out and getting coal is super dumb. Probably should build a tree farm. That would solve that whole problem. Just smelt them down into charcoal. But this is just so nice. Look at that. Look at it. Got lights everywhere. Vibing out. This is some like kind of fencing to block in the paths with. And we're using, those are rose bushes, sweet berries, spruce fences, and spruce leaves. And I am just taking some bone meal and popping it around every once in a while to fill out the foliage. And you know, it really is just about doing whatever you think makes your world feel comfy and cozy. I love to put like a lantern on top of a stump every once in a while, and like seeing that when you walk around is great. You're basically just like building your own like little vibe sesh, like, you know, like you're walking around and you just want to feel great every time you walk through your Minecraft world. It's like it's a release. It's a good time. This is why we do the thing. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? You feel me? You little shit. Look at this. Look at this thing. Look at this thing that I built. This is my house. I'm loving it. I'm living in it. And we're gonna do a bunch of more cool building stuff like that. And you should stick around and see what's good. Appreciate you guys.
Oh god, it's so late. I'm going to bed. I am so tired. Alright, gang, this has been our longest episode by leagues, by miles, which was the greatest episode we've ever had. Thanks for staying and watching till the end. If you stayed this far, you are a champion, a trooper, a warrior indeed. And I appreciate you so much. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe to the video. Appreciate you guys, and we'll see you next time. Stay based.